Hi, I'm now going to give an overview of the Sagem HD Freesat receiver, which you see in front of me here. It comes in this attractive boxing here, and in front of me here I've displayed on display the parts that come with this. So you have the basic satellite receiver here, we have a remote control, a HDMI lead, a user installation guide, and just a quick start guide. We also have a power unit as well, and batteries that come with the remote control. Okay, now just quickly, Freesat is a combined effort by ITV and BBC to have a standard free-to-air satellite receiver. So it comes in a range of boxes. You have standard definition, which is the example here. We have Freesat HD, and then we have the Freesat Plus, which is high definition twin feed receivers, which allow you to record one thing and look at another. It comes with Serious Link, and be very much the equivalent of something like a Sky Plus HD. So basically, anyway, there's a number of different companies who manufacture, and Sagem are just one of them. But I have to say, of the different brands we've brought in to date, Sagem are probably my favourite. The software on it's nicer, the returns are very, very low, and the design of the box is quite cool. Okay, now basically, before I go into the box here itself, I'm just going to talk about two other things that you'd need if you're going to install a Freesat system. You'd need what we have behind me here, which is the satellite dish, which we have here, and it's just basically a single LNB on it. And it's a standard Sky dish. So if you had Sky already, we're taking it out. The dish that you have on your roof will do, or you can add it onto your existing Sky setup if you have a quad LNB. And also then just in front of me here, if it's a new install, you have to buy the satellite dish and also an installation kit here, which is basically 20 meters of satellite cable, some tie wraps, and then plugs and bolts and clips and a few connectors to allow you. But if you buy that in conjunction with the dish and the thing, you'll have everything you need to successfully install a full Freesat system. So just basically now I'm going to give an overview of the box. So on the front of the box, we basically have a USB port here, and we have a channel up and down and an on-off button here, okay? And if we turn the box around, you can see on the back, we have a satellite input here, we have an Ethernet port, we have a HDMI output, two SCART outputs, one for the TV, one for the VCR, and we basically then have just outputs here, like for the RCA or the optical thing, and we also have a power input here for the power unit. So what I'm quickly going to do now is I'm actually going to install this, okay, and just go through the steps of programming this up and getting it installed, right? So the first thing I'll do here is I'm just going to plug in this, I actually have a power unit plugged in here already, so I'll just pull up this power lead, and I'll just put it into this power lead here like this, and then I push this into the back of the box here, which is just here. The next thing I'll do is I will take a HDMI lead, which I've already pre-installed in this television, and I slot it in here. And then the final step here is I just have to screw in a satellite, a feed from a satellite that I actually have on my roof. So I'll just come along here, and I'm trying to not strangle myself here. This will obviously be easier. I'm just actually going to, you can see the general thing here, it's threaded here. I'm just going to turn it to an easier angle for myself and connect it in. So you can see here immediately up on the screen, the following menu is displayed. Welcome to Freesat. You're going to install for the first time. Press OK to continue. So simply press the OK button on the menu here, and it goes to the next step here. So what it's going to do initially is it's going to look and see, have we got a signal from the satellite dish? Because if we don't, it's obviously not going to be able to pull the channels list down off the satellite. So it just takes a few seconds here to come along and see have we got this satellite signal. And the next thing will be prompted after this will be for a postcode. Now, samples of the postcodes, the reason it gives postcodes is it wants to give you the regional variations of the BBC and the ITV that's most relevant to your part of the UK. Now, here in the Republic of Ireland, obviously, we won't be using we don't have postcodes, so what we have to do is we have to enter a known postcodes, let's say for a part in London or Belfast, something like this. So what I'd normally do is, the code, for example, for the north of Ireland is BT, and then you can just follow up with 11AA, or what I'll do here is I'll give you the code for London, a part of London, which is WC, okay? So I simply come along and I pick up the remote control here, and you can see there's letters and numbers given here. So the number 9 here, if I press it once, it'll come up as a W on the screen. And now I come along and I press the number 2 3 times at C, and then just press the number 1, the number 1 again, and then I'll just go AA. So A, just wait a moment for the thing to come up, and then A again, and now I simply press OK. And it tells me your postcode is valid, press OK for the next step. So it's accepted that postcode and it's willing to program this box up as a BBC, or a BBC London, and it's asking me now to create a password here. So for parental lock, now it's important that you have to enter a password here, and when you're entering, it's important that you can remember it. So the default password on almost all satellite receivers made in the world is 4 zeros, and that's simply what I'm going to use here. So it's 0 0 0 0, and okay, it's forbidden, right? So what we do here is the next simplest is 1 2 3 4. So that was obviously too simple. 1 2 3 4, and now we simply go OK to move to the next step. Now this is what it's doing now is it's saying, okay, I'm going to look at the satellite for all the transponders that's pre-programmed into this receiver off the Astra 2 satellite, which is 28 degrees west or east, and I'm going to see what channels are available for free that are on the Freesat lineup. Okay, so you know, if you're doing it with a total free-to-air box, you probably pull in a couple of hundred channels here, but in reality then with the Freesat box, we're going to pull in about 120 television channels and about 40 radio stations. Okay, so it's doing a full scan here, and at the end of this it'll simply have saved the channels to the thing. Now what you're noticing here is that the scan on the Sagems are extremely fast. It's just brilliant now, much faster than some of the other Freesat boxes I've looked at, and why I'm such a big fan of it. And in later videos I'll be displaying some of the software versions on it, which is also far superior, I think, than some of its competitors. So now just come across and just go OK, and that's it, the full installation. Okay, so that's it beginning to end, an overview of the Sagem Freesat HD receiver.